Hi guys, and welcome to my Council of Dreams Mythic boss guide. On this one we ran 5 healers, 13 DPS and 2 tanks. Just to let you know, out of those 13 DPS, 2 of them are also duck buddies, so you're effectively running 11 DPS. There is an 8-minute enrage, but this should be more than doable. You just got to make sure that if you have boomies, you bring them basically. I'll go through the new changes for Mythic, and I'll go through how we set up the charges, and I'll show you the duck content as well. So essentially you just get 2 ultimates going off at once. So this means that you need to be more on it with your ducking of the boss Arctos, and how to deal with 2 mechanics at once. So the way that we did it is we had 2 duck buddies that just constantly ducked each other throughout the whole fight. There is another strat where you can extend the ducks on people, makes it more complicated. Just get 2 people to absolutely sack their DPS and pass the duck to each other all fight, so they're always ready to duck. So looking at our duck perspective, neither of them picked it up to begin with, so they run out and get off of somebody else, and then you can just see them both marked, just running around together on top of each other. Press the button, swap, and go and eat. Now, because the timings in this one, the player can actually go and interrupt the first ultimate, but notice they're still on top of each other. It's really important for them to always be on top of each other, because then they don't lose the duck at any point, or have to pick it up off somebody else and cause confusion or anything like that. It's only really the first one where if they don't get the duck, they need to communicate with the raid and get it picked up. Also important to note is they will always leave at least one of these noxious blossoms up. They won't eat them all. They'll leave at least one up because you'll need it for a different mechanic later on. Okay, so showing you the first combination, you have the Blind Rage and the Constricting Thicket. We used the Liquid Weak Aura Pact, so you'll see at the top here, it shows you what 2 abilities are coming in. So essentially what you want to make sure of is that your duck person, highlighted here, is in a good spot, nice and early, to just CC the bear. So it should go off soon. There you go, he's a duck. And then your tank pulls over the Constricting Thicket with the group that should be soaking it. Goes through, knocks up, stops both. What's really important is your tank gets back into position very quickly and pulls it to the edge, because there'll be a frontal very soon afterwards. So the next ability is Song of the Dragon and the Thicket. You can see we leave one of the Noxious Blossoms up in the middle here. Really important, because if you don't have it, you can't clear and you'll get CC'd. So we stand in it, and we get rid of that debuff on the top right. And as soon as your debuff is gone, you either move into the charge if you're the one soaking, or you just move out straight away. Again, position the boss quickly afterwards. One important thing to note here is your duck buddies might not even want to risk going into this. They don't want to lose their duck, they don't want to duck everyone in the raid, right? So what we had ours do is just stand outside. You can see here, they've been stunned for 15 seconds. All that happens is they stand on top of each other, they get CDs put on top of them, and they just keep swapping the duck over and over and over again. No pressure on them, they're out of the way of everyone, and we keep them alive, and it's so much easier than risking them going in. Okay, so the final crossover, as you can see, we need to keep up 1 Noxious Blossom again, and basically it's the Pip ult and the Arctos ult. So everybody gets in that Blossom, they clear their debuff, and our ducks do their job. Doesn't matter if it's a little slow, as long as they do it. And they might get stunned again, and we just heal them through again. And what's really important is tanks, if you're unsure about timings on the claws, if you're unsure about anything, just keep Arctos out. Do not try and run through the middle of the room or anything like that. Just keep him away if you need to. Just one last ability that's worth mentioning. You can see here the Javelin. Basically, you need to move out, dispelled. And if you don't, it does like 400k damage to the people around you. So while there's stuff going on, it's best just to move out with it. One final thing is that we use the Liquid Weak Aura for the charges. Basically, it shows you soak, don't soak, soak in green, don't soak in red at the top of your screen, and you can see we split it into melee and ranged. What this does is it just makes it so that your raid leader doesn't need to call out anything. Everybody knows when they should or shouldn't be soaking. No one gets confused. There's no silly deaths. It's really valuable to have it. As always, I'll link all of the resources we used into the note, so make sure you check that out. And otherwise, thank you for watching, and hope you guys get the kill. As always, a special thank you to those who helped me make it. Wouldn't be able to without you.